Welcome back to Digger Detecting, guys. Welcome also to a very, very special day out on the metal detector. We've got Buddy, as you can see. We've got Tenille, as you can see. We don't have a metal detector. It is hiding around the corner, and we have made a start already. We've got a couple of little holes dug and a few finds laid out on the holes, and we'll show you in a second as we go. Just sort of standing here, taking it all in though, and explaining to Tenille about my old primary school here. So I did prep, grade prep here, and that was it. Then it was closed down. Tenille is essentially, and Buddy, standing right at the entryway to the old classroom though. So you can imagine a school building classroom right in front of us, not a very big one at that, and it fitted sort of in this sort of square outline shape with the blackboard being up the front there behind Tenille, and as I said, entry exit doorway right here off the end of this concrete ramp. So Tenille's just been on the phone. She's been a little bit distracted, but I have got my way off detecting. We are running the Equinox 900 today. We are doing a bit of a hunt together, just to get a video and have a bit of fun, get out for the day. And Tenille's really been enjoying the detecting lately, and she missed out on this one, unfortunately.
What is this?
What is this? She says. It's a Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny.
Commonwealth of Australia 1 penny.
That's cool, guys.
How cool is that? So that was our very, very first find on the Equinox 900, ringing up around the 70 odd range there. And I will say, everything found at this property, it is a private property. I mean, it once upon a time was a school site, but it is now private property today. So everything found here, it will go back to the owners. Everything found in the past and in the future all returns to the current owners of today. So that is a cracker there for them. Old penny into the pouch. We might even just leave everything at the doorstep today, Tenille. And before we leave, and then I'll shoot through the owners a message and let them know how we went. And they'll be able to collect the finds a bit later. The next target, walking along the track there, and I will say in front of us here is a small house. I'm not going to share or show it, but originally that house that's sitting there now, originally that was the sports oval. We just had a bit of a hum around on the sports oval too, or where the house sits now, and really didn't find too much. Around it we're finding stuff, but not on the oval.
Bullet shell?
Bullet shell, well done.
What one is it?
So I'm not too good at me IDing my bullet shells, unfortunately. So we're just digging those nice square plugs too, flipping them open and closing them again.
22. 22?
It is small, but looks nice and neat for the landowners. When they come here, they won't even see anything. So what do we got? Super Remington, .22. That's a 22. There you go, I was right. Oh, you said it first. That was our next target, and he was around about a 50 odd there, and I don't really know what it's off.
The toy wheel?
Oh, no, you would have twisted it for some reason. Buddy's bumping the camera. That's why it's got that little crosshatch on it, but you would have twisted it around for some reason. Just don't quite know what it's off. It'd be threaded on the inside, and it would have run up and down a little threaded bolt of sorts. So that was the next find. Bit of rubbish into the back there for that one. Oh, I'm losing track of where we're going. This one here confused me, and unfortunately, as you can see, we just got a nail. So nothing special on that one. And I have dug a few other bits of rubbish. A couple of chopped up cans, what have you, pull tab, just thrown into the pouch. And the next find, as I said, we're up on the oval now, and walking our way up over to the house. But the next find was there, was a bit of rubbish. And then we come over to here, we sort of gridded back and forth along the oval here. The next find was $1. That's
what I need.
$1. So that was pretty cool. And we really haven't found anything too much older since venturing over this way. So it sort of tells me one thing, go back that way. But we're going to keep going over near the tennis courts just quickly. That was also another find. I have no idea what it is.
Neither.
Yeah, looks like, I don't know, to me like a part of a gas fitting or something. I really don't know. But yeah, look, we will be continuing on looking for the old coins. I'm just humming around, leading you over to the tennis courts right now, and that's where the detector's been left. But we will probably get it back over to where we started from, because that seems to be where the best stuff's going to come out from. I'll just give you a look here quickly though. Funnily enough, I used to play tennis when I was a kid. And these tennis courts, not much left of them now, is where I used to play tennis. I remember actually we do our school concerts in this hall here, and you know, running up and down that ramp that you can see off the side there. I don't know how well you can see it, but we'd run up and down the ramp, you know, as we were waiting for our school concert, and all us, you know, primary school kids, young kids, would be running around flat stick on the tennis courts here, trying to push each other over and all the crazy cool stuff that you do. Anyway, this is where the detector is. This is where we're going to continue on, and I would like to run myself up this little bit of a strip here before returning back over to where the school buildings used to sit. What do you reckon, buddy? Doing good? And we'll see if we can find anything else. Right, well, I don't think this next target's going to be anything old. Certainly not a target I'm going to walk past though, and I was just showing Tenille. We've got a long sort of drawn out target over here, and it's not Buddy, but you come over to this one here and you can hear he's real nice, short and sharp. Let's give you one more listen. You hear how that's really long and drawn out? Heaps better. So this is the one we're going to go for. A pinpoint mode can also help indicate how big your target is, because when you go into pinpoint mode, you listen for the screaming of the pinpointing. I mean, I know the target is right about here in this scenario with this one. However, if the target's a massive target under the ground, the pinpointing will be going off, you know, screaming all over it. So you can sort of paint and judge the idea of how big your target is within the ground. So this one's going to be a small target, like a bottle top or a coin. And he's a little bit deeper. Tenille's wanting to find a Florin today here too. I did find one here some months ago. There you go, a little bit bigger than what I thought. He's a little bit bigger than a coin. Part of an old baked bean tin or something. Peel back, lift to open. So not a coin, but still a lot smaller target than, well, whatever is over there, which we're not touching. Continue on going up here. As I said, probably don't expect to find anything too old right along here, but we'll just give it a quick scan over and then we'll get back to where the good stuff is, and hopefully Tenille gets her Florin. Right, well, we are back over onto the school side now, back away from the tennis courts and the oval. There's just really nothing over there, even lacking signals. As I said to Tenille, I think there's been a lot of dirt, a lot of fill being brought in over on the oval there for them to build the building on top. So a lot of earth moving, landscaping, what have you. Basically buried everything that would have once been there. You come over this side though, and it's just targets everywhere. That's what we want. So this is our next one. 63, 67, 66, 2 bars of depth. Once again, a very small, short, sharp signal. Right about there he is. And this is my last detect for now. Tenille's going to jump on the detector in a second. Now we're back over the good side, and she's looking for her Florin. You're going to cry when you find one. Yes? What do you think this is going to be?
Some type of coin.
Some type of coin.
Hopefully not a phone.
Imagine it was sovereign. I keep getting like itchies all over my nose and my neck. I think it's the mozzies. They're out biting. What have we got? Wait to see that coin roll. No. It's an old buckle. We were both wrong. I was going to say I thought we damaged him, but we didn't. He was like that in the ground. Where'd that go? The waist buckle?
Yep.
Yeah. Suspender buckle?
Yeah.
Horse buckle? On a horse strap maybe? Interesting find. So as I said, I'm going to give Tenille the detector now. We'll put that one in the pouch and clean this hole up. And I'll take Buddy. And you can take the Knox 900. Go find that Florin. What do you got? 74. Just come forward a bit. No, to the right a bit. 71, 72, 74. But as I said, it worries me a little bit because you've only got 1 bar of depth. And the older something is, rule of thumb, is the deeper it is. This being shallow on the surface, it's probably just going to be modern rubbish. And it's a big target too. Well, it could be a cap gun. Let's go after it. Because if it was a cap gun, it'd be a pretty cool find. So we'll chase it, but it's going to be 2 hands, big hole. We'll come back, give you a look. It could be rubbish. Never mind, not to be. A bigger target though. We'll getting on to the next one, and we're going to get you a coin. 2 bars of depth on this next one?
Yep.
What number you got?
65.
They jump around a bit, which is hard, but
70.
yeah, 1 and 2 bars of depth. Alright, so the last one right there was rubbish. Not a toy car, cap gun. This one we might be able to hit with a pinpointer. Yeah, right there. Where we're going to go to, Tenille, is up around under that big old acorn tree. See him up on the hill over there? And it's got a lot of mulch underneath it, so it makes it a bit hard, but some of the items are buried pretty deep because of it. But the amount of times we played under that tree as a kid, like that's where the coins will be. What do we got?
Rubbish.
Rubbish. It's a bottle top.
Yep.
But you know what? That's good though, because you picked up on the right number, the right signal, and pretty much the right depth. That could have been a penny, could have been a coin at that depth quite easily. Could have been a Florin. What do you reckon, buddy? Yeah, I'll eat that, he says. He's got a new coat too, as you can see today. We call it his grandpa coat, because he's so old and all. Was he 18?
18 weeks.
18 weeks?
So old, buddy.
So old, buddy.
Look at him.
Slow down your growing, would ya? You used to be tiny. Now you're like humongous. Alright, let's keep going. Buddy, come here, quick, before you get run over. Tenille's got something good. What do you got? She's lost it. There's something right here. It was like a 39.40. And I said, oh, it's sketchy. And then we come forward a bit.
90.
And we got this one. Look how excited Tenille is.
Is it a Florin?
No, that's a stick.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you were hitting on. That could be a Florin. So go into pinpoint. Go out. Go back in. Oh, it's a loud one. Go out again. Chuck us a look for a sec. Sorry. It's very hard to navigate together. We're getting... Okay, there's something else going on there, because what's happening when you go into pinpoint, it's just creating this massive signal. So we will go after him. We'll just try and clear out that obvious signal first. Always go after the most obvious things. Okay, well this is like... It's massive. Come back here, buddy. You just want to be in everything, don't you? Yeah, right. We might not be onto anything good here. We might just be onto a big plate of steel. That's why it's given that number. Let's have a look. You know what you found, Tenille?
What did I find?
You found a rubbish dump. Can, chopped up can, bits of glass. Yeah, we've got the old rubbish dump here. Bit of tile, oh no, bottle, plate, more can. It's just endless, absolutely endless. I honestly thought we were digging down to something cool then, but it's just full of it. It doesn't end. Yeah, look at it. Glass, alloy, where do you stop with that? Opening up Pandora's box we are. And I don't even know who Pandora is. Pandora? You're standing there doing a good job supervising.
Oh, I've put my Florin.
Well, your Florin ain't in this hole. Just get rid of that few bits of rubbish and we'll move ourselves on, I think. We'll fill this hole in. Because, yeah, that's not worth chasing. And we'll get you on to the next. Alright, so I'll just say, before we continue on with this next clip, I'll just say Tenille has been out in the detector 4 times maybe. She's still learning. She's very, very much still very green and still understanding the machine, the pinpointing, the pinpointer, look, just everything. We're teaching her as we go. And I just sort of threw a coin down there. She's sort of like, is that something? Is this something? You know, I'm trying to understand the signals the machine's giving off, and a lot of false ones at that, as you can hear the machine's being quite erratic. And I grabbed a coin out of the pouch and I threw it down on the ground. I said to Tenille, run your coil over that and have a bit of a listen, because ideally that is what you're chasing. I'll just do a noise cancel here too, because it's acting very erratically. While it's noise cancelling, it won't make a sound. But ideally, just to give Tenille, you know, just to help get her ear in a little bit, just put that coin down there, and you know, you're listening for those nice repeatable tones. So we had that one thrown down. Tenille was listening to that. She then swung over, and I think you actually did miss it.
Yeah.
But I heard it straight away and I said, oh, go back, quick. Buddy, hop away. And she's right onto it now. And what number you got?
90.
90?
96 right now.
Just give it a swing back over.
It changes.
And really hone in on him. What number's showing on the screen? About 90?
Yeah.
91, 92, 89?
Yep.
Alright, hit your pinpoint button. Now go back out of pinpoint. Sometimes when you go into pinpoint, it creates too much of a pinpointing radius, if you like. So now go back in again. I'll just steal it off you for a sec. I'll just show you. It's very, very hard doing it sort of from the shaft there. So you've got, what did I say? It's very hard doing it from the shaft. So you've got your target you're focused on. This could be a Florin. You've got your target you're focusing on, and as you're focusing on your target, really swing your coil over there, go into pinpoint, and you can go back out again, go back in again, go back out, go in, and see how it's shortened that pinpoint down now? Like, remember our target's underneath the shaft, or the knuckle of the coil, where the shaft meets the coil. So literally our target is right there. So very, very simple. And you're just going in and out of pinpoint to decrease down that pinpointing signal that you're actually receiving. So let's dig this one extremely deep, and let's see what pops out for Tenille. Hopefully a big silver Florin. Quick, hide, Tenille, there's a car coming. Oh, I'm just joking, we have permission. All right, go. Stick that pinpointer in there. What do you got? Look at your gloves too. They're about 5 sizes too big for you. That's not our target. What else you got?
Must be it.
That's not a Florin. What were we thinking? Do you know what this is though? Which I think.
Not even a coin.
No, I think it's an old pocket knife or something. Yeah, it is too. Look, there's the loop up the top.
Oh yeah.
So you actually have found something pretty cool.
Yeah. Huh?
Some kids brought their pocket knife to school, and oh, you just broke it.
What's with me breaking things?
I know.
I broke the spoon.
You broke the spoon the other week. That's all right. Don't break your Florin when you get it, will you? Oh, you've got some pattern there.
Yeah.
I can't remember ever bringing a pocket knife to school.
It's red.
It's red? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hmm.
It's got that little pattern design there. Very cool. Well, we'll keep going. Not the Florin. Tell you what, all this anticipation of finding a Florin, like the excitement, when you find it, you're going to like, well, you're going to be beside yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to be beside myself. There's going to be 4 of us. All right, let's keep going. All right, look out. Tenille's on the camera for this one. She's going to narrate everything. What do we say, Tenille?
What's inside?
What are we getting out of this one? This is a really high signal too. Once again up in the 90 range. Whittle our way down to him.
Oh.
There you go. It's a little bit of a crimp off an old cable. So nothing special on that one. But that's alright, because guess what? It's not our only target. We have one here too. Bit lower though, because we had a 40. This one here, jumping around a little bit, or low 40s I'd say, 42, 43. Every chance it's a halfpenny. Or another bit of rubbish, which is exactly what I was just about to say. It could be a halfpenny or a pull tab. No, it wasn't. I did say to you before, Tenille, 39 and 40s on the Equinox 900 and the Manicore. Even Xterra Elite, they are generally pull tabs or bottle tops. So there you go. Low 40s, rubbish. Yep. Anyway, let's continue on. Geez, we've only got, what, 2 coins? A gold coin and an old coin. All right, well, exciting times we've just had. We've just missed it on camera. I'll explain what's happened though, and we've still got a few more to come, a few more targets to dig out, which we have left in the ground for now. Tenille has just found a little silver coin though, and she found the signal herself, basically located it. The only thing I did was dig it up basically, just to keep the neat plug holes going at the moment for the private property owners. But babe, you just got yourself a thrippence. That's cool. A silver.
Silver.
First silver for the day. And it's not a Florin, it's a bit too small for a Florin. But what year you got? 1959.
59.
Well done. Well done. That's so good. And there's 2 different types of thrippences. There's the coat of arms design, which runs from 1910, look right through to about 1938, 39, something like that. I can't exactly remember. And then they pick up the wheat design. Actually, that might be about from 45, 46 onwards. But they changed the design from the coat of arms with the kangaroo and the emu. They went to the wheat stalks later, in later years. So the wheat, what they call those thrippences, the wheat thrippences, little wheat stalks on them, and you see the three little wheat stalks, and they're a lot later, and they're also a lot lower silver content. So instead of that being 92.5% silver, that's only 50% silver. But a beautiful coin. And you found that, but that's not your first thrippence you've found though, is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's your second. Tenille's really chasing that Florin, and what we'll show you here in the next dig is hopefully just that, a Florin. So Tenille walked forward, got another signal there, and she heard it perfectly. It was actually really nice to see, because she was swinging along, and you know, everything I've taught her over the last 4 or 5 times going out, and today she was swinging along and heard a bleep, and you could see she sort of went through to her next swing and then went straight back to it, like she picked up and heard it straight away. And so focusing on those, you know, concentrating on those signals that you really need to hone in on, even when you're going that little bit quick swing. So we'll just get Tenille to grab the detector, and I'll pull the stick out that was strategically marking it. We're going to run over and have a listen, give the audience a listen. Just come back a bit, babe. Yep. Right, he was right about there. That is exciting. Those be Florin numbers. So he's got to get dug up. What do you got, 86, 87?
Yeah.
A couple of bars of depth. So this one's got to get dug up, and then we've got another one. And another one, and then you just found...
I found something over here.
Over there, which we haven't marked, or did you mark?
I think it was here.
I thought it was over there a little bit.
I'm sure we'll find it.
We'll find it again. But point is, we've got a few targets to keep ourselves busy for the next 5-10 minutes and to give you guys a look at what comes out. Fingers crossed, this be a Florin. That would be cool. I can see it.
I can see it already. What is it?
How has that been missed? I've detected around here.
What is it?
It's so exciting because I know straight away what it is. But to see someone that is new to detecting,
What is it?
it's a kangaroo penny.
I can see kangaroo on it.
You can see, yeah, should be about 40s, 50s, 46, 53, something like that. Best thing to do is rub it on the pants. You can use my pants if you like, I don't mind. You do the washing. What do you got?
A penny.
What year?
Rue penny.
42.
1952.
52 Roo.
Is it?
We'll zoom in for the audience, just hold him still there. That's a 5, 1952.
Yep.
Looking good.
That's so cool.
That's so cool. Not a silver Florin, but yeah, still a great number. Like, and as I said, Tenille found that one. Like, she swung over it, went straight back to it. Bingo. Honed in on a coin. Done well. So we've got 2 more targets there and a mystery one to go. Let's grab them out and let's give you a look. All right, buddy, what do you reckon, mate? What are we going to get on this one? Hey, you get in there and have a look. With your collar. What do you got? What do you got? Stay on your beeps.
Like this?
Yep. You've ripped that plug apart. Jeez, ruthless.
Need my Florin.
Buddy's jumping all over me.
Oh, what is it?
If you're having trouble with a pinpoint or two being too sensitive, just reduce the sensitivity. Like if you find it's going off everywhere, you just reduce that sensitivity down a little bit. So that was a 40 thereabouts on that one. Hence why we got the pull tab. And Tenille's going to grab the detector if she can, and we'll try and locate that next target, that next signal. Just the one penny so far out of all these targets. But as I said to Tenille, if you didn't dig the trash, you could never get the treasure. And if it's a bit of trash, I just dig the next one out, presuming it to be that next bit of treasure. So a bit of a look. So into pinpoint, Bo. Back out again. Back in again. Oh, it's hard. It's so difficult with 2 people. I'll just steal it off you for a second. When you're driving, it just seems to be a lot easier to focus on where your target is. Right in the middle there. Let's go after him. I thought we were off target there, but we're not. It's in the plug. So we'll collapse our dirt back down into the hole. Keep going around here a bit. She says. You were bouncing then. What is it?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy. You're so dirty, buddy.
Made me dirty now.
Yeah, well, look at me. Filthy.
Is it the same one as before?
What do you think? A 1
cent.
1 cent coin. No coin being copper coloured is that small, but a 1 cent coin. So whenever you see a coin like that, if it's dirty, it's either going to be a thrippence or a 1 cent coin. But the thrippences are slightly thinner than the 1 cent coins. And they're silver. Let's keep going. No, it can't be just concrete. It's under that, I'll try and drag him out for you. It's like a real sandy soil. It's under that tree root.
I might need to dig him out a bit more.
Yeah. This could have been an old sand pit for all I know. Like, it is really sandy. That makes sense, wouldn't it? Go again in the hole. Oh, we brought him out. Oh, it's a coin! It's a coin!
2 cents.
Oh, look out! Right under the tree root. Well done. 2-cent coin. Notice the condition too of how good it comes out. Why do you think that is?
Because the material.
Well, the soil. The soil content plays a huge role in how the copper coins come out, and the silvers. But the silvers you can always clean up pretty nice with a bit of bicarb soda, toothpaste, whatever you like to use. But yeah, that copper coin, for something that's been in the ground for so long, probably 30, 40, 50 years nearly. And that sandy soil that we're just digging in, that's what's kept it in such good nick. If that was really wet soil, then yeah, that coin would be pitted and corroded away. Especially if it was an old penny. What are you doing, buddy? Stop, you can't eat the garden. Don't eat the garden. Come on, we'll get you on the next one. Alright, well, next dig, and I just pulled this out of the hole there. It's quite an interesting piece, and I couldn't help myself. I googled it really quickly. Dylan Cold, A14. And it's got a picture of a lady on the back. Something made. It says it online. I didn't really look for that long, only about probably 20 seconds, but it says it online. It's like a hair dye, or a dye of some sorts. Interesting though. I just said to Tenille we're not far away from the rubbish dump area, because there's the old septic that come out from the toilets, and I know there's a bottle dump underneath that garden bed. The landowner told me he planted a garden bed on top. Dylan Cold Day, A14. Very interesting. It's not a bottle top, which I thought it was at first, but little hair dye container. On to the next. A nice high tone on this next one, a 98 it was ringing up to. Sort of jumping down a little bit, but fixing around 96, 98. I said to Tenille, this actually might be in fact rust. But if it is a deep coin or a deep florin, and we didn't dig it, well, you'd kick yourself, wouldn't you? You couldn't walk away from those signals. I know I certainly can't. So digging it up, thinking it was going to be falsing on a bit of rust. In actual fact, surprised by another buckle. Very cool. 2 of those today. We're still looking for that next coin. What are you doing, hey? You want to be involved in everything we're doing, don't you? You're tired. Well, check this one out, buddy. What do we got? Ta-da! You know what that is? No. It's got a hole at the top. These are pretty common. Commonly made. So it's lead.
Oh yeah.
It's got a hole up the top, so it hangs off something.
Fish hook.
Fish sinker.
Yeah.
You know what they call them?
What?
A spoon sinker. Because you know how they made them?
Spoons.
Spoons, yeah. They melted lead.
Into the spoon.
Poured it into the spoon. We go that way. No, that way. And then punched a hole in the top. And that'd be an old fishing sinker.
That's cool.
So someone's made a fishing sinker, and there's no dams, creeks, rivers out here.
Brought it to school one day.
Yeah. Check out what I found, or check out what I made, probably to his mates. A fishing sinker. Now let's go fishing. But there's nowhere to fish. Not around here anyway, not close. But yeah, interesting find. The old spoon sinker. Pretty cool. Well, this is going to be our very last target. Tenille and I are getting hungry. It's past lunch. It's nearly 1 o'clock. And I just said to Tenille, we'll dig a few more targets. We'll try and wrap up the video. We dug one over there. It turned out to be a Kia Ora bottle top, bro. So just chasing down our last signal right now. And we've got it. Literally where we started. Right near the entry exit way of the building. Always the way. So we've done circles for nothing, Tenille. It's alright. 100% it's alright. So we'll dig this one out. Quite a deep one. About 3 or 4 bars of depth and quite a high signal. So hoping it to be a nice silver coin, but I presume it to be a 1 or a 2 cent coin. Let's have a look. Or a florin, Tenille just said. We got the hole open now. Let's have a look. He's not sounding off big enough on the detector nor the pinpointer for it to be a florin. Seems small. Like a little strip of flooring. That's actually the divider alloy strip that goes in between your carpet and like your lino. If you were to join carpet and lino together, I mean every house has got one of these. We've got these at home. Ollie and Dom trip over them all the time and hurt their feet. But yeah, they got holes in them and they tack down, I can't remember exactly their proper name, like a carpet runner trimming piece. They're alloy, and that's why it rang up so high. So look, it makes sense. Our last target, hoping it to be a coin, but it makes sense that it was that piece, as the carpet probably joined its way out towards the exit of the building. Awesome. Anyway, fun day, good day. Buddy's had fun. He's tired. He's always tired. He's an old man. We are going to lay our finds out though now and give you a bit of a look-ski and show you what we've done today. Alright guys, well sadly here we are about to wrap up today's video. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a few good finds. Buddy's had a ball running around with his new little jacket, and Tenille's learnt a lot more regarding metal detecting with the Equinox 900 here. Her favourite machine is the Xterra Elite. Loves that little machine. What's your favourite thing about it, Tenille?
Just small.
Just small?
Suits me.
Yep. Nice little tiny small coil. So you can get in between all the trashy areas, and we will be out hunting a lot more, and I'll be teaching Tenille a lot more as we go, and I guarantee you in future she will be finding her Florin, and many more to come after that, I'm sure. So we'll go through our good finds there first. Give you a look over. We had the old pocket knife, which I swore was going to be a cool Florin for Tenille, but we got a pocket knife out instead. We've got a $1 gold coin, we've got a rue penny, we've got a Commonwealth penny below, a 2-cent coin and a 1-cent coin. We also have the beautiful little thrippence, little wheat thrippence that Tenille found, 1959. Absolutely stunning, and we can clean him up like brand new once we get home. I'll show Tenille how to do that. We had the door striker plate, so it would have had another piece coming out the top, which would have been then embedded and fixed into the door frame, the wood of the door frame, and that would have been the striker plate of where the door shut closed. We got the 22 caliber bullet. We had a little bucket there of a toy tractor or something, ringing up on the oval in front of the house, and we had 2 buckles, which is really cool. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the Dylan Cold A14, what I researched quickly as being hair dye or some sort of dye product. We've got a few bits of rubbish, as you can see off to the side here, some rusty nails we were falsing out and hitting on, some bottle tops, bits of glass that we picked up and retrieved out of the hole, and look, all of it is, well, pretty self-explanatory, and all of this rubbish will be binned. All of the good finds will be taken over and placed on the front doorstep of the private property here and given to the landowners to keep in future. So look, I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Once again, back out and trying to create that routine, you know, trying to get back to that normality that we've always had. And I've always built digger detecting off consistency, you know, being consistent of what I am going to do and doing it every single time. Well, that consistency has been lacking, but we really are trying to get back into it. We've had a video out the last 3 weeks in a row, and if some will have seen, well, some weeks we haven't had a video at all, you know, not even for a whole month. So back to that consistency, back to some sort of normality, and back to finding the treasures and the trash and having fun. I hope you enjoyed, guys. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next, where Tenille gets her Florin.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.